Yeah, grad school is completely different from undergrad. Undergrad is hard, you know, especially in the sciences. Doesn't matter which science you're in. It's hard, but you're doing a lot of classes, and you have the opportunity to study abroad. You know, there's a variety of classes that you have to take that usually aren't in your major, because they try to get students to be more well-rounded. You're involved in student organizations, or if you wanted to do Greek life, you know, sororities or frats, you get involved with stuff like that. As a grad student, it's more of a job than it is school. I mean, you go to school and you're taking classes, but it's not what your main focus is anymore. Your main focus is to do research and to become an expert in, you know, what your passion is. So when you go to grad school, you don't go to all these different buildings like you do in undergrad. In undergrad, you have a class over here in this building. You might have another class over here in this building. You'll have lunch in the Commons or the Union or whatever your school calls it. And in grad school, you tend to be in one place, you know, wherever your office is, wherever your lab is. You tend to spend most of your time there. And it's not that it's harder than undergrad, but it's different because you're spending a lot more time researching, becoming a researcher, becoming a scientist. So you're training yourself. You're training yourself how to be an expert at something. So you spend a lot more time doing background research, reading papers, going to conferences, talking with professors. You get to know professors on a first name basis. Whereas in undergrad, you're calling everybody Professor so-and-so or Dr. so-and-so. You're also teaching. You teach labs, you teach lectures. Now that I'm a senior grad student, I'm almost getting ready to get my PhD. I've had the opportunity to have my own lectures. And that's really fun because now you have the opportunity to look back on what you thought was great as a student and the things that you thought were horrible and change that. And so you have the opportunity now to be a teacher, to be a professor, to educate people. And for me, I like doing that. Some people don't like teaching, but I like it. And it's a great experience to do that and to have students come up and tell you, you know, I really liked that class. You really opened my eyes. Or it's really good to see, you know, someone who's like me teaching in class. So it's a different experience. It's definitely a different experience. You spend a lot more time within your own department instead of the actual school. You build closer networks with your grad students, whereas sometimes you might not even know who the other students in your major are. So it's a different experience. It's more like a job. You go in the morning, you know, you do your work, but you have a lot of flexibility too, because you're still in academia. You don't have to be there every day. You can work from home if you want. So it's just a little different.